Hi guys, it's Gav here from dartshunt.tv and welcome to day 9 of my predictions for the 2021 PDC World Darts Championships. We're going to be covering everything from the fixtures, stats, head-to-head and more of my predictions, which I love doing, so please get involved guys and keep watching. Wednesday, December the 23rd, it's the last day before the Christmas break. We've got 2 sessions. First up in the afternoon session, we've got Ricky Evans, who will play Mickey Mansell, Gary Anderson against Madars Razma, Stephen Bunting against Andy Bolton, and Mencha Suljovic against Matthew Edgar. Kicking off the afternoon session, we've got Ricky Evans against Mickey Mansell. Ricky from England just snuck in as a seeded player at number 32. Meanwhile, Mickey Mansell from Northern Ireland, in round 1, he beat Pure 3-0. He had an average of 93.94 and a checkout percentage of 56.25, which was very good. These guys have only played each other once, and it is 1-0 to Ricky. I love watching Ricky Evans. He's super fast. He can cause issues at times. I think he missed some shots he's going to because he's so fast. But that is the player that Ricky Evans is, and that's the excitement that he brings to the stage. I love watching him. I think he's a really funny guy. I'd love to meet him one day and just have a chat with him. I think it would be absolutely brilliant. I think this is a good draw for Ricky. As well as Mickey Mansell did in the first round, I don't see him pressurising Ricky, and I'm going for Ricky Evans to go through this one 3-1. Next up, we have Gary Anderson against Madars Razma. Gary Anderson, of course, a very proud Scotsman. PDC ranking number 13 now, sliding down the rankings. Don't play as many tournaments as he should. But his opponent, Madars, I think this is a good draw for Gary. In round 1, he did beat Suzuki 3-0. He had an average of 89.21 and a checkout percentage of 42.86. These guys have never, ever played before. But Gary Anderson, we know, is going to want this tournament again. He's going to want to make it 3 times world champion. I say in every video, I don't know how much longer he's going to be playing darts, but he seems to have now come out and said that he likes it again and he's going to be doing more. So only time will tell on that one. Like I said, he is the 2-time world champ. Will he make it 3 this year? Let me know what you think in the comments below. But please bear in mind, he has been suffering from injuries in recent times, which has hampered his game. But like I said, for me, this is a good draw for Gary Anderson to come into the tournament, and I'm going for him to beat Madars 3-0. Then we move on to Stephen Bunting against Andy Bolton. Stephen Bunting, of course, from England, PDC ranking number 26. His opponent, Andy Bolton, beat Dieter Hedman 3-1 in the first round. He had an average of 90.65 and a checkout percentage of 40.91. Well done to Andy. Pressure's always on. Nothing against playing the lady players, but it seems to bring that extra little bit of pressure. Some of the players have said that are up against him, and I think that he held his nerve really well. Bunting has gone missing in recent times. Could he do damage in the tournament? I'm not so sure, but I think he's going to have enough to beat Andy Bolton in this one. They have met each other 3 times before. It's 2-1 to Bunting. I think he wins again, and I'm going for Bunting to beat Andy Bolton 3-1. Then the last match of the afternoon session is Mencha Suljovic against Matthew Edgar. Suljovic, of course, from Austria, PDC ranking number 20. Edgar in the last round beat Kuhnhoven 3-0. Average was 87.69, but a monster checkout percentage was 75%. I didn't see Matthew Edgar getting through that one. I thought he played really well. He has struggled in recent times in the Worlds. He's got through that round, but now he's up against Mencha Suljovic. He is going to have to up his average. Possibly he could do that. Now, Suljovic is one of my favourite players. He isn't the player he was a couple of years ago. I think he's had a few family issues in recent times, a bereavement and different things, but maybe it's given him time to reflect and get back and put lots of practice in and do some real damage in this tournament. Like I say, I love Mencha Suljovic. I think this will be a good game. Maybe Matthew Edgar will get a set, but I don't see him getting any more. Suljovic's best performance before now is the last 16, and I'm going for him to beat Matthew Edgar 3-1. Then we move on to the evening session where we see Dave Chisnall against Keegan Brown, Jermaine Wattimena against Nick Kenny, Nathan Aspinall against Scott Waits, and Michael Smith against Jason Lowe. Kicking off the evening session, we've got Dave Chisnall against Keegan Brown. This is going to be a cracker, guys. Both quite quick players. Of course, Chisnall from England, PDC ranking number 8. Keegan Brown, he beat Ryan Meikle in the first round, 3-0. Very respectable average of 93.81 and a great checkout percentage of 56.25. These guys have met each other 6 times before, and Chisnall is smashing it at 5-1. Everybody loves Chisnall, don't they? Quick player, makes you laugh. Is he going to win a big one? He has to, don't he? Is it going to be the Worlds? Again, I'm not sure it is, but I think he's going to have too much for Keegan Brown. Just while we're on Keegan Brown, I want to say massive, not congratulations, but what Keegan's done for the NHS. He's super proud. He's quite emotional in his win over Ryan Meikle. What a guy he is, putting all that in before his darts. Hats off to the guy. I think it's going to be too much for him to beat Dave CHISNALL, and I'm going for CHISNALL in this one. His best performance before this is the quarterfinals, by the way, and I think that he sees off Keegan Brown 3-2. Next up, we've got Jermaine WATTIMENA against Nick Kenny. Of course, Jermaine from Netherlands, 24 in the PDC ranking now. His opponent, Nick Kenny, a very proud Welshman. In the round one, he beat Dirk Tenelka's 3-2. It wasn't the best game in the world in score averages, but it was a great game to watch, and I really enjoyed it. He had an average of 87.33 and a checkout percentage of 39.39 to go through. These guys have played each other just the once, and it is 1-0 to Nick Kenny. But we all know Jermaine WATTIMENA is fast and is exciting. However, it is costly for him at times. Bit like Ricky Evans, he's so quick. At times, I feel if he just took that extra seconds, he could hit them important darts when needed. He brings two different games. He's really on or he's off. Now, if he's on, he is a really, really quality player, and he goes through this easily. If he's off, I think he will still probably go through it, but it will be more of a struggle. But I think Jermaine, the world's great player, I think he's going to bring confidence into it, and I think he's going to have too much for Nick Kenny, and I'm going for Jermaine to win this one 3-1. Then we move on to Nathan Aspinall against Scott Waites. Of course, Nathan Aspinall from England, PDC ranking number 6 now. He's up against Waites, who beat Matt Campbell in one of the best first round matches for me. I loved watching it. It was absolutely entertaining from start to finish. Like I said, Waites did get through that one 3-2. He had an average of 96.39 and a checkout percentage of 52%. That could easily trouble Aspinall. Now, it is 1-0 to Aspinall. They met each other once. However, Scott Waites did have match darts in that match to beat Nathan Aspinall and just missed out. I think that was in the Players' Championship. We all know what an incredible couple of years Nathan Aspinall has had. Best performance, semi-finals twice. Very, very confident player. He's looking really, really good, but he is defending lots and lots and lots of money in the rankings to keep up there. And is that going to have a little bit of added pressure on him? I think it will have, but I still think that this is going to be a really good game, but Aspinall still has the edge, and I think Waites is going to push him all the way again, but I'm going for Aspinall to win this one 3-2. Then we move on to the final game of the evening, Michael Smith against Jason Lowe. Michael Smith, of course, from England, PDC ranking now number 4. His opponent, Jason Lowe, round 1, he beat Gorbanov 3-1. Didn't have a great average, just 86.72 and a checkout percentage of 30.56%. These guys have never played each other before. Jason said in his interview afterwards that he can play a lot better, and if he plays his A game, he can push Michael Smith. Do I believe that? Yes, he probably can. We've seen him do it against MVG on telly. He seems to be very calm and collected. But when we look at Bully Boy, is this his year? We're all speaking about him. At some point, Bully Boy has got to win a big one. Could it be the Worlds this year? What a story it would be if he wins that as his first big major. It would be incredible. I'm rooting for him. I want Michael Smith to do it. He's an insane talent. I think that for Bully Boy, he is his own worst enemy. I think his head plays mind games with him. I think he beats himself up. I think when he's in a really big game that really matters, he goes too far behind and leave himself too much to do. If I was Michael Smith, or I was trying to coach him, I would tell him that, he just needs, just to not beat himself up and stay focused. We all know he can do it. He will do it at some point. Like I say, these guys have never played before, but I think this is a good draw for Michael Smith. I am going to give Jason Lowe a set, but I'm going for Bully Boy to win this one 3-1. So let's just have a recap on my predictions for day 9. Going for Ricky Evans to beat Mickey Mansell 3-1. Gary Anderson to beat Madars Razma 3-0. Stephen Bunting to beat Andy Bolton 3-1. And Mencha Suljovic to beat Matthew Edgar 3-1. Then I'm going for Dave CHISNALL to beat Keegan Brown 3-2. Jermaine WATTIMENA to beat Nick Kenny 3-1. Nathan Aspinall to beat Scott Waites 3-2. And Michael Smith to beat Jason Lowe 3-1. So let me know what your thoughts are, guys. What are your standout games? Do you think my predictions are accurate? Is this the year that Bully Boy becomes world champion? What a dream it would be for him to come true. I would love to see it. There is so many dart fans that want to see it. Like I said, the only person that beat himself up is himself. If he gets his head right, I believe he gets over the line, could become world champion, and lots more majors to come throughout 2021. He's still young in darts terms. He really is. It's just that he's done so much over the last few years. We think it's been about forever. But don't forget, he's got years and years ahead of him to win multiple majors and become a legend in darts. Listen, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you all soon for day 10 schedule, stats and head-to-head, more details and my predictions going forward. Don't forget to like the video, please subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications, and don't forget to download the app. I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas, eat lots, have loads of beers. I know with current things in the world at the moment, you're probably not going to be with your loved ones, but just enjoy each other's company, and most of all, stay safe and appreciate what we got, guys, and I will see you all next time. Take care. Bye.